Hello everyone, welcome to our Blender tutorial. I'm just going to warn you, I'm not very good at tutorials. It's really hard for me to talk and click at the same time to a computer screen, and I get really self-conscious when I'm talking to a computer, so this is going to be really awkward, but that's okay. We'll just deal with it. So first thing we want to do is we want to download Blender. So just type Blender into Google. It's from blender.org. Click download, and you can download Blender 2.8. You want to download it on Mac. If you have a Windows computer, install it on Windows. Because I'm using a Mac, some of the keys might be different for some particular things on Windows. For example, copying and pasting is always going to be different between the two. If you're using a window and you can't do something for some reason, just let me know and I'll fix that for you. I'll let you know what the Windows shortcut is. Okay, so let's get started. So whenever you open Blender, it will always start off with this cube. I don't really want to do a cube. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be modeling like a cute little bird, and then we're just going to make it fly around. Those of you that have done Blender with me before, this will all be really familiar to you when we did our islands. But you know, I think it's just good to revise. So what I want us to do is click on the cube. So you'll notice that there's so many things on the screen, and I'd really advise against clicking around different things and even against clicking different things on the keyboard. For example, if you press Z, quite often you end up in this mode by accident, and it's really confusing. So to get out of that, I'd press Z and then go into solid. That's what we work in. There's also Z and rendered. Rendered basically means it includes all the lighting and the colors that we do later. You can do a lot of textures with Blender, which is really fun. But yeah, so Z solid is probably the first thing I want you guys to know because you'll probably make a mistake at some point. Do not touch any of these. These are different modes and we're not going to be using them for a long time. And if you click into them, you'll notice they have very different layouts. And it's just leave it under layout, okay? There's other modes down here. We'll be using this quite a lot to do things. We'll also be using this. And I tend to use this sometimes too. Basically, everything sort of leads into each other, if that makes sense. Like it's all different variations of similar tools. And you can do you can do the same things in different parts of the program. But just for the sake of beginning, let's just learn how to work in layout, okay, and in object mode. So we're in object mode, we're in layout, and we've clicked our cube. Now, how do we rotate around our cube? We use this guy up here. Woo! And we use this guy to move like this. Woo! We can use this to move in and out up here. Or you can just do the normal zoom in, zoom out thing on your keypad that you're used to doing. And yeah, that's probably all I would use for now. Now, what are these two things? This is lighting and this is your camera. So when you take photos of whatever you've got in here, this basically represents what the literal camera. So you can do different angles, different shots of whatever you create. And the lighting will change that. So let's say we're going to render mode. You'll notice when I move the light around, the light actually moves around in the cube too. So that's pretty cool, but we don't need to touch that for now. So let's just stay in solid mode, and that would just let you know what those two are. So if you delete those, or you move your cube too far away, later on when we render, you'll be like, nothing's showing up. The light doesn't look good. That's just why. Okay, so Sorry, my voice is sore. Let's get into movement. How do we move this cube? Now this is really important because later on when we edit objects, we're going to need to know how to move things really exactly. So for example, if I press G, if I move the cube, if you rotate it, there's no guarantee of where you've moved your cube to. So in Blender, I really like people to move things in a very particular way. So I just want you to practice this. We press G to activate the move mode, and then there's 3 axes. There's the X axis to move up and down, the Y axis, GY, to move side to side. You don't need to hold down any of these keys. I simply press G, release, Y, release. And GX moves it along this way. So just to repeat, GZ, up and down, GY, moves it along the green line, and GX moves along the red line. Now, X and Y are entirely determined by these lines, because let's say I move over here, GX is going to move me on the red line, GY is going to move me on the green line. It's not about left or right. It's literally about which axes. And you notice at the top here, it even tells you the names. We've got the Z axes, the X axes, and the Y axes, just to make things a lot easier for you. So we've learned how to move it by pressing G and then X, or G, Y, and then G, Z, up and down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to learn how to change the size of things. So to change the size of something, you press S, and it will get bigger and smaller. Now, once again, just like in movement, we want to move things in a very particular way. We also like to resize things in a very particular way. So you can press SZ, and it will resize it up and down like that. Those of you that are in my STEM class will probably be like, oh, this is so much better than using Google SketchUp. Google SketchUp's much easier for houses, trust me. This is going to get very complicated later on, but anyway, woo, that's SZ. SY, oh sorry, that was GY. SY, woo, SX, woo. So why do we need this? So I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Using one cube, we can basically make a table really quickly, like that. That is a terrible table. So I didn't tell you how I did that, but basically I created 5 cubes. I went SZ to flatten that one, and then I did SZ, then I pressed S to make it a small cube, and then I lengthened it using SZ, and then I just duplicated it 4 times. Now we've got a table. Let's have a look at the table under the rendered view. So I don't want you to have to try and follow this. I was just trying to show you the use of getting GX and GY and SY and SX just really down pat. It's really useful. So I think I'm just going to get you to practice making a table yourself. So how we make the table is we start off with our cube, then you click add, mesh cube, so we've got another cube there. We press S, we shrink it down. Sorry, let's make the cube flat. Sorry, so SZ, shrink that one down. GZ, I'm going to move it up so I can see my other cube again. Okay, now we've got this cube, we want to make it longer, so SZ makes it longer. Then use GX and GY until it's in the right spot. and then GZ to move it up. That's not great. So this is really why you have to always shift around to make sure you're putting things in the right spot. Voila. Okay, well, that's still not perfect, but whatever. That's fine. You can do your own one. Then to duplicate, basically I use Shift D, but that can get quite complicated. So I'm just gonna ask you to right click it and oh, hang on, give me a sec. Copy and then paste. Oops, that didn't work. Copy, paste. Yep, that worked. Okay, so you right click or double click on a Mac, you click copy and then you click paste. And when you've clicked paste, the object will duplicate itself on top of the other object. So you'll see here that duplicated it. So those of you that want to try Shift D, it gets confusing because you have to make sure you click after you do Shift D, or the duplication doesn't happen. So I go Shift D, I click it so that it's there, but it's still on top of the other object. So then you have to move it out using GX or GY, like that. Did that make sense? So Shift D, click GX. There we go. So hopefully you'll have created a cute table, and you'll get used to using, oh, there was two there. Just so you know, you can delete by right clicking on it, selecting delete, or you can select it and hit X. You'll notice here that they've got the shortcuts next to things, so you can use that as well. Blender is a really crazy tool. There's so many different things you can do with this. You can even create like a computer game, which is super fun. What else can I show you now? I'll leave it there. Just make your table, and I'll talk to you in the next video.